In a game packed with drama, passion and resilience, Sporting CP manager Ruben Amorim delivered a heartfelt reflection on his team's incredible last-minute triumph, dubbing the experience a moment of magic. His post-match comments captured the euphoria that gripped both the players and the fans as they pulled off a victory that seemed improbable just moments earlier. "It was incredible," Amorim beamed in the post-match interview. "It was Sir Alex Ferguson time. I believe in it, something magic happened." Comparing the moment to the legendary former Manchester United manager's famed ability to inspire late comebacks, Amorim's words resonated deeply with fans who witnessed what felt like a football fairy tale. The match itself was no walk in the park. Sporting faced an opponent that pushed them to their limits, with chances missed and tension mounting as the clock ticked away. For much of the game, it seemed like the result would slip out of their hands, but Amorim's squad embodied persistence, refusing to bow to the pressure. "It was a very tough match, but we believed until the end," Amorim explained. "We managed to score, and we needed that win. It was important for us and for our fans." His comments highlighted not just the physical challenge, but also the mental fortitude that his team displayed in overcoming adversity. With the game on the line, Sporting's never-say-die attitude paid off in spectacular fashion. The decisive goal came in the dying moments of the game, sending the stadium into raptures. It was a goal that epitomised the spirit of belief Amorim has cultivated within his team. For the fans in attendance, the moment will be etched in their memories as one of pure jubilation. The comparisons to Sir Alex Ferguson, a master of late comebacks, seemed fitting. Amorim's acknowledgement of the legendary manager added an extra layer of significance to the victory, reminding the football world of the power of belief and perseverance. This victory was not just a statement of Sporting CP's resilience, but also a gift to the fans who have stood by their team through thick and thin. Amorim's acknowledgement of their support underscored the connection between the club and its loyal followers. "We needed that win, it was important for us and for our fans," he reiterated, expressing gratitude for the unwavering passion that fuels the team. With this victory, Sporting CP will look to build on the momentum and carry the lessons of belief and determination into the remainder of the season. Amorim's leadership continues to inspire, and his ability to motivate his squad in critical moments has further solidified his reputation as one of football's brightest managerial talents. This match may be over, but the magic of the moment will live on. A testament to the beauty of football and the joy it brings to those who believe until the final whistle. Mason Mount's injury problems look set to continue after the Manchester United star limped off in the early stages of his side's game against Manchester City. Mount has endured a torrid time since his move to United in the summer of 2023. The former Chelsea man has made just 21 Premier League appearances in nearly 18 months at the club. Mount missed the majority of the 2023/24 campaign with injury, and kicked off the current campaign with further injury issues after he was replaced midway through United's defeat to Brighton back in August. He could now be set for another spell on the sidelines after limping off against City. The England international looked distraught as he sat waiting for the United medical team. Teammates Bruno Fernandes, Lisandro Martinez, Rasmus Højlund, Manuel Ugarte, Noussair Mazraoui and Ahmad all consoled him as he headed off. Mount headed straight down the tunnel after he left the field. Speaking of Mount's injury, Gary Neville, on duty for Sky Sports, said, "It's not good. No good losing your player 12 minutes into a match, but for Mason Mount, he's got that resigned look on his face of someone who has been in the gym, rehabilitating long enough. At the age of 32 to 35, I kept getting recurring injuries, and it is demoralising. You feel like you are letting everybody down, and he's young." United are looking to bounce back from 2 Premier League defeats after Amorim suffered his first losses as United boss against Arsenal and Nottingham Forest last week. The Reds did bounce back in midweek with a 2-1 win over Victoria Plzen in the Europa League, thanks to 2 goals from substitute Højlund. Manchester United take on Manchester City in the Premier League on Sunday afternoon. United came back to win 2-1 against Victoria Plzen in the Europa League on Thursday, thanks to a brace from Rasmus Højlund, who came on in the second half to replace Marcus Rashford. That victory has provided United with a boost ahead of the Manchester derby, and there is reason for optimism as Manchester City have won just one of their last 10 games. City became the first team to win 4 Premier League titles on the bounce last term, but are enduring an awful season and were comfortably defeated by Juventus in midweek. Some of Amorim's selection decisions on Thursday made it clear who would be starting at the Etihad, and the performances of some those who came into the team and some who came off the bench should have helped make his mind up for him. Martinez and De Ligt are nailed-on starters in central defence, and I would stick with Mazraoui, who is better at moving out of defence to close down De Bruyne, Foden, or any other creative City outlets who pick up clever positions. He did a similar job against Odegaard at Arsenal. I would return Ahmad to right wing-back to try and take advantage of City's defensive issues. Gvardiol is out of form at left-back and vulnerable to someone running at him, but he could yet be forced into the middle, with someone like Bernardo Silva moving to left-back. Dalot can operate down United's left, with Ugarte and Mainu offering energy in the middle to outrun City. That means Fernandes starts as a number 10, and as tempting as it is to start Mount, I would look to use Garnacho's running ability and threat in behind. Højlund also has the profile to give City's defence a tough time. United have been vulnerable from set pieces recently, and Haaland is a physical presence who needs dealt with. So Maguire should start and his experience should be helpful. It might be a slight risk to start Mazraoui at left wing-back, given he's not played there under Amorim, but he's a versatile player and shouldn't have a problem playing on that side. Mainu and Ugarte started against Nottingham Forest, and United lost that game, which makes me think Mainu should be partnered by the wily old fox Casemiro here. Højlund has to start after scoring a brace against Plzen, and I'd bring Garnacho back into the team. He delivered in the FA Cup final against City last season and will be up for this at the Etihad. Bruno Fernandes says Manchester United have too many problems of their own to think about Manchester City's crisis ahead of Sunday's derby. Both sides head into the derby showdown at the Etihad Stadium in poor form, with City having lost 8 of their last 10 games in all competitions. Pep Guardiola's struggling champions are down in 4th place, 8 points adrift of leaders Liverpool, while Ruben Amorim's United are languishing in 13th position. Against that backdrop, United skipper Fernandes said Amorim's players must focus on improving themselves rather than taking encouragement from City's demise. It doesn't change anything for us, how they are at this moment, because we have to think about ourselves, said Fernandes. We all know that this is a huge game and they have huge players, although they're probably not winning as much as everyone would expect them to do. But we have to focus on ourselves, because we've also not been at the level we want to be, so we can't think about the momentum of the others. We just have to think about ourselves and do the job we have to do to get in a better position. We need points in the league, so it doesn't matter who we play against. We know it's a City, a huge derby. We know what it means for the fans, and it means a lot for us too, so we just have to go to the game and win, without thinking who we have ahead. We have to think game by game. Our focus has to be always on the next game, and our full focus from now on is going to be on City. Then we have time to think about the rest, because another 3 points is what we need in the Premier League, and that's all under Amorim. United have won 3, lost 2, and drawn 1 game, with Fernandes admitting they must put together a run of victories to climb the table starting at City. We have to try to win games, said Fernandes. That's what we want to improve. Obviously we play City, and we want to win, but it doesn't matter if it was another game. We would try to win in the same way. We know they have great players. It doesn't matter the momentum they are in. We have to think about ourselves, what we can do to hurt them to win the game, and that's all. You always make progress and then you can see that in the results. Obviously we want to get results, and I think for the outside world the results are the ones that show if you improve or not. But we have to think about what we want to do as a team, what we want to have as a system, the impact that we want to have in games, the way we want to play, and that has to be the main thing in our minds. But obviously we play for a club that has to win every game. With 5 goals and 10 assists this season, Fernandes remains United's most effective player, and said he is comfortable with being the team's chief creator. Everyone has to create goals, not only me, but I know that is one of the main qualities I have. I have to accept that and understand that everyone expects that from me. When I say everyone, that's everyone in the dressing room, not everyone from the outside world, and I'm there to help my teammates to score goals.